then did you keep it now, or did you end up with the?
I actually tried my best to save that house.
Yeah.
It was a very shocking moment. I remember I was telling myself that as soon as my mom passed, I was like, I'm keeping this house. Like, I have to keep this. I don't care what I got to do. I ended up using a lot of the life insurance money. Like, things started breaking in the house.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she was gone, all of a sudden everything went wrong in the house.
Okay.
Refrigerator broke, had to replace that, and the washer the same exact day. HOA came to the neighborhood saying that we needed our what's it called? Our roof done. Yes.
That in itself.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't care. I was like, all right, cool, done. Like, I was so prideful of like, yeah, like we're good. Like, we're keeping the house.
Right.
But the mortgage, we were already behind like 4 or 5 months, and it didn't make sense to spend so much money to go ahead and try to keep that house. And what was crazy about it is the bank was saying, sorry, because your name's not on the deed, you would have to have your dad transfer everything to you, or we're just gonna foreclose the house. And it was like painful to hear, because I knew it was like the only option I really heard was like, we're gonna foreclose the house.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man. So I remember going through this loan modification program where like they'd be able to like take out a second loan, and they'd be able to put it on my name. Like, it was working until one day we woke up. I think everybody was getting ready for school, and the water shut off. And I was like, well, water's not even due. Like, it's on auto pay. Like, what's the issue? And then I called the city, and the city was like, unfortunately, I don't know how they knew, but unfortunately, because your mother passed, she was the one that was on the deed of the house, and sent now to open up a new account. We can't keep her account open. To open up a new account, we need the deed of the house with your name on it to open it and keep the water on. I went to the city in person. I showed them thousands of dollars, and I was like, I don't care how much it is to turn it on. They're like, unfortunately, we can't do it like that. Like, look, like, I know that you're just a kid, and I used to constantly hate hearing that.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're just a kid, and you're trying to do the right thing and figure it out, but like without the deed of the house, you would have to, without the deed of the house, we wouldn't be able to open up the account to turn the water on. So they shut the water off, and they weren't moving about it. Got to the point where like my sister was living at her godmother's house at that time. My brother was living at his best friend's house at that time, and I used to like take the huge gallons, like the blue gallons of water, go to the apartments late at night, use like their faucet by like a random apartment building, fill it up and bring it home to use the water. And then it got to the point I was like, can't be living like this, and ended up staying at my girlfriend's house at that time. And I just remember laying down like, man, like, I really need my siblings together. Like, we need a place. So from there, I ended up, once the life insurance money came and really hit, that's when we ended up getting an apartment. And I had made the decision. I was like, I can't save it. I just gotta let it go. So the house ended up being foreclosed.
Like, you look back and you reflect on all the moments that you did miss. So such as like your siblings being born and your mom's passing. How important is it now for you to celebrate moments? May they be as big as a birth or very
moments
small.
Moments is everything to me.
Yeah.
Definitely, moments is everything to me, 100%. Big or small, no matter what it is, because the only person that is in control of a moment being big or small is themselves. Like, if I don't know, it could be little as like, if I told somebody, oh my God, I lost 1 pound, to someone else, like, it's such a small win. It's like, oh, okay, congrats. But then to me, you don't know how hard it was for me to lose that 1 pound. Or let's just say like, oh, I passed the test, and they're like, okay, congrats, it's a test. It's like, but you don't know how hard it was for me to study to be able to pass this test. So moments, no matter what it is, big or small, it's definitely something to always be celebrated. And in those moments of why it's so important to celebrate the small and the big wins, because those are the moments that keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the moments of where it's like it's a turning point in your brain that tells you like, all right, like you can do it. Like, all right, you're getting better. All right, things are really moving for you. So with those type of moments, I mean, if you don't celebrate the small wins or the big wins, everything will be looked at as in vain. The process is where everything is celebrated. It's like with the weight loss journey that I had so much more fun working out 5-6 times a week, staying strict on my nutrition and like following a specific system. I had so much more fun and so more proud of myself than seeing the physique that I have today, because it's just a result. It's like, it feels good. It's a temporary dopamine of like, oh wow, I look good. But then like, you know, the grind of it is where it's like, I'm proud of myself. I just hit a whole new personal record today, or proud of myself. Like I was at a party and I already met all my calories that I needed, and I did not go ahead and eat. Or I'm proud of myself. I went out with the boys and I didn't drink, or I didn't do anything, like whatever the case may be is. So definitely moments is where it's big to celebrate no matter what it is. If you really want change, you'll change. That's just really like the bottom point of it. And that's really with anything in life. Like, you got to make that decision to where it's like, that's it. No looking back from it. And it also, what helped me a lot is really, again, turning depression to motivation. It's really what it was, of like that fuel. It was like, I felt like my tank was always on full, because the moment I thought about how stressful something was, or how angry I was at something, or how sad I was at something, I would just take all those emotions, go to the gym. And when I was losing the weight, you'd be surprised what fitness does to your brain. It's a mental stress reliever. You just got to figure out what works for you. So for me, it was weightlifting and boxing. Like I would like go box a lot. And then out of nowhere, I fell in love with running. Not like running on the treadmill, like running outside. And reason why was because running outside with no music on, it's just you and you're running. While you run, the only thing that your body and your mind is focusing on is breathing. And it's the most beautiful thing, because when you're battling a lot of stuff and your mind is going thousands and thousands and thousands of miles per hour, all you crave is peace. All you crave is that moment of silence of where everything is okay. So while you're running, you're not thinking about nothing. Like I honestly, try it. Like seriously, I highly advise anybody to try it. It doesn't even have to be running far. Just run to the point of where you are trying to breathe. Like you're just trying to keep up with your breath. And you'll realize you're not thinking of anything. And I got to the point where every time I ran, I craved it even more, because there was so much going on in my life. So it's like, I know when I run, I don't think of anything. So, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about something, I'm gonna go for a run. And I end up running, and then ended up colliding and aligning with the goal of like trying to lose weight. Now, once I lost the weight, I started educating myself on what's the science behind everything, because once you really start liking what you see, you start wanting to do it more and more. But a lot of people think, okay, just lose all the weight, you'll be fine. But like there's so many different things behind it, and there's so many ways that you can kind of really like figure out your specific goal. It starts here. I promise it really starts here. Turn depression into motivation and look at it as a game, like, because as men we love video games. We do. It's just the truth. We love games. It's just the honest truth, because that's just another moment of where it's just silence. So it's like you got to create many life hacks for yourself. Like look at it as a game of where my level 2 boss is this donut that I eat every single day. And it's like, am I going to beat this level? Am I finally going to beat this level? Or am I going to continue losing and staying at this level? Because once I beat this level, I'm able to upgrade. So I may get to level 3 and I was so consistent. I'm not eating this donut that I lost a lot of body fat to where now once a week I can go ahead and eat a donut. And I'm at level 3 because I just upgraded. But now I have a new boss to where I was like, all right, now I got to cut, maybe like eating too much pasta or something, whatever the case may be is. But definitely it's constantly just tricking your brain into little games and achievements. And also just really turning depression into motivation. Like use that fuel.
The health and the fitness came later on, but going back to 2012, where you like had like creative outlets. So it's where you were more comedic with people, and that's when you're like, wait, I can really do this dance thing. So important is it to have a creative outlet. You're allowed to be yourself a little bit, and versus where other people may not have been raised like that. But it is important, like you need to use, your creative side too. So how important is that to like release some stresses that, life throws at you?
Your creative outlet or creative side was already expressed. It's just something down the line in your life diminished it. You just don't know where it went or what it was. Because as kids, and you could watch it, whether if you have a little cousin, niece, nephew, brother or sister, kids want to do anything and everything. And if you watch a child, they're like, oh, I really like doing this. Oh, they're like doing like process of elimination. So you have to look back into your own childhood and think, what did I really used to ask my parents to do a lot? Or what did I used to do a lot? Or what did I like to do? There was a couple things that I liked to do a lot when I was younger. I like to draw. I used to like to draw a lot, and I was a good drawer until randomly I just stopped drawing. I don't know why. I know I used to love to dance. I know for a fact, because when I was younger, my family used to be like, oh, my dad used to be like, oh yeah, Prince was showing me this dance move because I loved Michael Jackson, like loved. He's like, yeah, he dances like Michael Jackson. Here, show your uncle, show your aunt. And I used to do it. Even at parties, like, because in my family, my cousins are way older than me. Like I'm still in my 20s and my cousins could be 30s, 40s, 50s, some even 60s. And so when I was younger, when I was, 5, 7, 10, they were probably in their 20s and 30s. So it's like, I used to like look up to a lot of them, and, I used to try to impress them a lot. So I would try to be the life of the party. That's really how it started with me. Like, I just wanted to be the life of the party. And as I got older, that's when everything started connecting the dots for myself. Like, oh snap, like I love being the life of the party. And I honed in on it, and I was like, I got good at being life of the party. Like, I got good at making people smile. I got good at entertaining people. So having a creative outlet is very, very important, because it is a way that you could kind of just like be a kid again, especially for the people that felt like they got robbed of their childhood. It's the easiest way. Just think back into a moment of time where you loved doing something when you were younger, and go do it. It could be like the littlest thing. Let's just say if you have a great memory of fishing with a family member, or even if it was just yourself, you'd be surprised how you feel if you go fishing, whether it's friends or on your own. As soon as you hold that rod, it'll feel so nostalgic. Or like if you used to love going to Little League football games or something, and you just remember doing that as a kid, go to a football game. Find a Little League football team that's around, and they're all free anyways. They don't ask to pay for anything, so go and enjoy. Or if you used to like binge watching a specific show, go back and watch that show. Or whatever you used to do when you were younger, tap back in, because now as an adult it's suppressed. Tap back in, do it again, and watch how free you feel.
As a man, when do you choose responsibility over risk?
It's a very good question, because that's actually something daily I know every man deals with. And it really just boils down to whatever everybody's values and standards personally it is. But to better answer the question, is the times when you choose responsibility over risk is when the outcome of choosing responsibility impacts your life or your whoever you are affected by more than the risk. Little things like, once around that time in my mind, I'm like, all right, I have a responsibility at home with my mom and her needing to go to the hospital and her dealing with a whole bunch of other things and etc. And I'm at this show. If I leave this show right now, I do know that we're short literally about like $3,000 for the mortgage. But I know if I do this full show, I get $1,500 in my hand cash tonight, and I will give it to my mom. So I know in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and deal with this later, and I'll be able, she'll get to the hospital. Even if it's like a 911, she can call 911 and get there, and I'll be able to go ahead and get the $1,500, give it to my mom, and then go see my mom in the hospital. That was a risk, because at that time, she could have passed the day when I silenced her phone call. But there's just some risks that you truly just don't know, and you just have to really have your faith in God and knowing that it will work out at the end. But then to flip it is that there's times where it's like, the risk of, now that, I have a family, or around that time, once my mom passed, if I wanted to continue pushing the dance career as much as possible, it would take a lot of time away from my siblings at that time. And in that moment, I had a greater responsibility to where I think around COVID time, I took like a year and a half off of the entertainment industry completely, solely because I needed to figure out how to balance the responsibility of taking care of a family. And that's where I chose responsibility, because I know if I chose risk at that time, it would affect the livelihood of my family. So it's a hard thing that a man deals with on a day-to-day basis, especially becoming a man, because you really have to figure out which one you would choose, responsibility or risk. And that's where a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, a lot of achievements that men want to accomplish die, because they have to choose responsibility. So the best time to really choose risk is now. And the reason why for it is, in the future, you will have way more responsibility. Right now, you may not have kids. Right now, you may not be married. Right now, you just maybe have a girlfriend. Or right now, whatever your responsibilities are, they're minimal compared to what you will have in the future. It's inevitable. Maybe you're just single and you just have a job right now, but you don't know how 3, 5, 6, 10 years from now where you'd be. So that's why I say walk in with yourself and turn that depression into motivation, because you never know how far you can propel yourself and you'll be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. But just always remember, if the responsibility is greater than the risk that you're trying to take, And if you take that risk and it affects your livelihood and your family, don't do it.
Dance was taking off, and you got the call, and your mom wanted you to come back and handle some things, and you had to do the paperwork, and you just felt like, okay, can I just not have like this moment of being a kid, or having the, like, when can I just have this moment? And I think for me, it drew me back to the life of John the Baptist. So John the Baptist, he was leading the way before Jesus came to the scene. And he was like, I'm preparing the way, I'm doing all these things, I'm doing the baptism. He's very radical. And he ends up in prison. And so then they send him a letter to tell him, oh my gosh, all this is popping off right now. Like, all of this is going down. He's healing people. He's, all this stuff. And so we would think, or he would even himself would think, like, I'm the most radical. I did the preparing. Or, like, why am I not a part of it? And he shares this, right? So it's Matthew 11. He shares this, like, I want to be a part of it. And so, like, the disciples, when they have to go visit him, and they ask him, like, Jesus, what do you want us to tell him? And Jesus was just like, just don't be offended. Just don't be offended. And, like, when you shared, like, oh my gosh, this is happening. This greatness is happening. But I have to do this. It's like God was like trying to prepare you and tell you, like, don't be offended. Because multiple things. One, it gave you his grace and provision for what was to come. In the grief, in the passing is, okay, like, yeah, you had this, like, excitement moments and stuff like that, but you had to prepare these things for when you turn 21 and for the passing, but also even further along of, like, now, like, where it's, okay, it's the public speaking, where it's the foundation, where, and even in, I don't think I'm going to include that in the interview, but just us talking, but, like, in the foundation that you have, it's, now it's, okay, giving out the backpacks at, doing the drive. But these are things that should be talked about that they don't teach in school.
Correct.
You, like, and because you're helping people that are in need. These are not, like, these are the kids with the single parents. These are the, that don't have the income.
Right.
But I really do feel like your public speaking can start with those kids. What may it be, a quarterly class, or, marketing yourself at schools, however it goes about, going to the neighborhood and be like, hey, get the neighborhood kids together. But it's like teaching them these things of, like, hey, at 18, when your parent thinks they can just kick you out, or they do pass, you have to wait till 21. And so, like, let's have a resource, let's have a bank of, like, trusted adults that will lead your money into the right way. Or how do you provide for or in a situation like of your family's, like, okay, yes, it hurts to sell the house, but if we do this, it can make these, like, where you don't have to have life knock you.
Right, exactly.
We can have these systems set up. So I thought that was amazing that you went through these things, and how God is writing it into the now.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that, because when I do talk to myself, when I, like, self-reflect sometimes, I think of how if I was able to talk to my younger self, like, I always tell myself there's 3 parts of my life that I want to talk to, like, people I want to talk to. I want to talk to my future self. Because I know my future self is way better than who I am today. I do want to talk to my past self, but certain age. I want to talk to myself of when I was 21. So many things I could have did different. So many different things I could have did different. I was riding the wave of, I'm gonna make my mom proud, versus I'm going to create a new life. And I did not want to let go of my old life. And then I want to go ahead and talk to my 12-year-old self, and just thank him. Just thank him. Because my 12-year-old self is the one that really instilled who I am today. my 12-year-old self was the one that was like, bro, you can do anything. We're going to do anything. I do not care that we're poor. I do not care that we don't have the best clothes or shoes. I do not care. Like, 12-year-old Prince was like, you look at him and he's like, we're accomplishing everything. Like, I used to tell people, like, I'm gonna cure cancer. That's literally how I used to feel.
Right.
But then, like, looking of how what I went through, it mind blows me of how much information and how much resources I have towards about cancer and how knowledgeable I am with cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, specifically with pancreatic cancer, but just with cancer alone. It's like people were to come to me and talk to me about cancer, I'd be able to guide them in like routes that actually gets help.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah, I mean, I ain't cure cancer, but it's just more of like, it's crazy how there's a specific calling that's been really around me for years. And it's not necessarily saying that like I don't want nothing to do with it, but it was just more of like throughout the years, it was like it's like I was kind of like putting it on the back burner of like ignoring it, of like whether it feels like I want to be a kid or whether it feels like I need to continue my mom's legacy, or whether if it was like whatever the case may be is, to where like now I'm fully really embodying of like I'm really understanding that like a lot of the things that I've been through is where I really do need to go ahead and speak and talk and tell the story so I can help. Even right now, currently, my little cousin, she's I don't know the specific disease behind it, but like doctors straight up told her, she's only 8 years old. Doctors straight up told the family that she has weeks to live. And they were like, we need to go get a second opinion. And they went out of state. They went so many places to go ahead and get second opinions and figure out what's what and how they can work. And she's on a list right now for heart. And it's like, even speaking to my older cousin, and she was there, like legit through thick and thin about when everything happened with my mom. And I could just hear it in her voice of like, man, like I'm worried. Like my aunt, she ended up having heart surgery, and it's literally the same immediate family with them. But it's like, I hear her, I hear my older cousin, and I hear 21-year-old Prince of like, I know things need to get done. I know like what's like I gotta figure it out. But it's like, for me to know the resources that I have, like I already told her, like there's tons of nonprofits, like I'm not worried about the money when it comes to surgery and stuff, like we'll be able to find resources for it. Like if we're able to get a donor, I just want to be prepared of when they say we got a heart for her.
Yes.
And it's like a piece of me would be like, man, I wish I had somebody like me when I was younger, to where it was like, yo, mommy's sick. That's what the reality is.
Yeah.
Like, she's not immortal. Like, wake up. Mommy's sick. Like, stop all the foolishness. Stop all the playing around. I understand you're trying to pay bills. I understand you're trying to really be there for her in these type of aspects. But mom's sick right now. And you really need to lock in. But, like, it's also a blessing that I did go through these things, because I'm able to do that for other people.
Yes.
And I'm big on be the person that you needed when you were younger. Because it's like the best way to learn is from other people. So it's really a big blessing. So yeah, it's definitely true when you say that. But like, that's how I definitely can really tap into that. If I'm able to talk to like those, like future self, my 21-year-old self, and my 12-year-old self, it's like those are really the ages of where it's like I really would enjoy to speak, because you're right, that's literally where everything was kind of just like over the years lingering.
You share that like I have to like fulfill her legacy, But I honestly think that like her purpose was fulfilled. Because when I look at, and of course, like, it's a dead giveaway, we grew up together, so I know your brother, even though you didn't share it on the in the interview. But like knowing the names of like your name is Prince, your brother's name is Joshua, and
it's so funny that you say that.
Yes, you sharing your sister's name Jayla, and of course like Prince, again, leadership.
Right.
We have Joshua, and I shared about Joshua.
It was the second line.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we have Jay, like, God is here.
Yep.
And what really, like where it clicked, and I felt like the Holy Spirit was like, no, her purpose was fulfilled is when, like, the spirit of death was hovering while she was giving birth to Jayla. And, like, you said, she prayed, and it's like she couldn't, like, that was the most she ever prayed, and it just reminded me of Hannah. And where Hannah was just like, no, like, God, please give me this child, and I will dedicate my child. And it became Samuel. Great prophet, great,
Correct.
And so, like, seeing that, it's like I definitely feel like her purpose was fulfilled, and it's through the three of you guys. Despite the heartbreak, despite the living situation, despite whatever, the purpose was fulfilled. This is what God had in store for her life and for her lineage. It's the three of you guys. What would be the hope and the purpose that you have for yourself and for your siblings?
So, it's funny that you caught that with our names. That's crazy. But yeah, that's literally what it is. That was the mantra of our family, and everything was very particular, but it wasn't like she made it out that way.
Because even your sister's name changed.
Correct.
So it really is like the Lord's like, no, this is what we're doing, and I'm gonna do it through the mouth of a babe because you're a child at the time.
100%. Because with my name, my dad named me, and my mom told me that she was all for it.
Yeah.
And the main reason she was all for it was because she looked at it like they're the kings and queens of the house, or like just in general. But she was always big on one day they're not going to be around, and our prince is the one that's going to take over and everything.
Wow.
Then with my brother's name, it's so funny. I wanted to name him John.
Okay.
And nothing biblically at all. It's solely just because I really loved Barney.
Okay.
And there was a kid on the show named John, and he was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's solely what it was. So I was like, I like John. I want to name my brother John.
Right.
And every time I was like, I want to name John. I want to name John. I want to name John. And she was just like, no. I was like, his name's John. I don't care. And I would say that. His godmother, because my brother didn't have a name when he was born.
Okay.
His godmother, we were when we finally went to go see her, and I seen him like in the, I don't know what it was called.
Bassinet.
Yeah, in the hospital. I was like, oh, look at John. That's literally what I said. And she was like, no. She was like, that name doesn't fit him. That's what she kept saying. That name doesn't fit him. And then, my godmother was like, my brother's godmother was like, you should name him Joshua. She said it randomly. And my brother's godmother is from my dad's side. And it's not like they were all like super close, talk every day. She just came because my brother was born.
Right.
Like she lived far in Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh wow.
And she was like, yeah, you should name him Joshua. It was like the most randomest thing. I remember my mom saying like, yeah, that's his name. And she just kept shaking her head. She asked the nurse to write it down and everything, got everything taken care of. And then when we got a little older, that's when she ended up like teaching us more about the Bible. And I remember she used to give us the example of like Aaron and Joshua. And I used to be like,
oh, wow.
why can't I be like a prince or a king? Or because Joseph became a prince when he went to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
After that, she was like, no. Moses was definitely a leader himself. I was like, yeah, but my name's Prince, and his name is Joshua, and my brother's name is Joshua, so it matches. Like, I used to get annoyed.
Right.
But when I got older,
Mm-hmm.
I understood, oh, my brother's the second in line.
Mm-hmm.
Same as well as Joshua in the Bible.
Yeah.
Passed it on to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously with my little sister, it blew me to when I had a conversation with my mom when she was in the hospital, and she just helped get my car out of the tow yard.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I was like, thank you, Mom, like I appreciate it, and blah blah blah. And it was random. She was like, you three are like my all.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, duh, I know that, Mom. Like, I get that. And she was like, no, like, you guys are my best accomplishments.
Yeah. Praise God.
And I didn't really understand what she was meaning about that, because
Yeah.
I was just like, Mom, like, yeah, I get it, we're your kids, like, of course, like,
Mm-hmm.
but now,
Mm-hmm.
thinking and self-reflecting, it's like, it's true. It's
Yeah.
definitely 100% true that she did fulfill her purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And to really answer your question of like what's my personal purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and what I would want for my siblings,
Mm-hmm.
is truly whatever God wants.
Yeah.
I'm very big on not attaching my personal goals to either younger kids or
Mhm.
siblings, solely because if, as a father or as an older sibling, if I'm attaching my goals to them, that's just me trying to live through them.
Yeah.
And that's trying to make my failures become their successes.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like their shoes, their life, their purpose is completely different. I'm not the author of their book.
Yeah.
I'm a reader just like they are.
Yeah.
And if I'm able to go ahead and be a vessel that God allows me to be, to help his purpose be fulfilled, because the deep understanding of like knowing my mother's death
Mm-hmm.
took a huge toll on our lives.
Yeah.
I can say that really did mold us
Mm-hmm.
in our own separate ways, to whereas like my little brother got even quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I used to look at it as like, ever since Mom passed, he's been very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He's been like, he hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course that can happen, but to now it's like, he didn't get quiet, he got calculated.
Mm-hmm.
He got very, very cautious
Mm-hmm.
with every single step he makes,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Very tactful. My little sister is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's so insane. She is behavior identical, all of it.
Oh wow.
Like, she's so self-sufficient that she cooks her full own meals of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The way she nurtures, the way she cares, and the way she feels a shift of energy when something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll walk in the room and she'll feel it, and she has no filter of asking like, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
From a child.
Yeah.
And she's 13 and she's like, no, talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me what's wrong.
Yeah.
And then for me, as well as like you said, like you're noticing like a wave of like leadership.
Yeah.
It's like the unit within our family, I truly do feel like is an anointing of God.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I really do.
Yeah.
And the main reason why is because everybody plays a specific part, of whether it's my brother being so tactful, or whether it's my part of being with the leadership, where they're having my sister as like such a nurturer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of like, we all really do fit each other very well.
Yeah.
To where it's like we do need each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense of why my mom would always be like, always stick together.
Yeah.
So it's like, with my purpose, God willing, if I'm able to really achieve the goal of being the last person in my family generation to suffer, like if that's God willing, if that's in his plan 100%, that's definitely it. And for my siblings, if just as long as they're able to go ahead and be better than I can, I mean, be better than I was, just be a truly positive impact to anybody they interact with, because you really never know what anybody's dealing with.
Right.
A simple, you look good today, because somebody could really mean life or death for someone.
Right.
And, you know, everybody's living in their own world, so nobody necessarily has that quick piece of consideration. It's not because people are mean or rude. It's just literally everybody's living their own worlds.
It's not how we're being funneled to
move. Yeah, so it's like whatever they want to do and whatever God truly has a purpose for them, by all means, I'll be front row seat, number one fan in every moment of it.
And I definitely think that's going to set people free, because especially as the platform is for the guys, right? We don't know throughout the generations of how their fathers or their uncles or whoever, even their moms, or, you know, may put this expectation on them. And so they did it, and it, you know, would weigh heavy on them and stuff like that. But now we're at the age, or whoever may watch this and may do that because the generations before me do that, put that type of heaviness on their children.
Oh, yeah.
And not realizing of, okay, wait, this is wrong.
Yep.
I'm not, and yeah.
I know for a fact, every cell in my body, I definitely am the person to break that generational curse.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at generational curses as something just financially.
Yeah, no.
But it's so much deeper than that. Everything and every single day is a spiritual warfare.
Yes.
And I got, for some reason, where that discernment part of, like, I got this feeling in my body at a young age of, like, it's me.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of problems, everybody used to look at it and be like, like, let's just say there was a problem with obesity in a family, and dad was obese, dad had bad eating habits, son watched dad eat, son watched dad have bad eating habits, son grows up, son's obese, well, that's just how it is in our family. Son tells his son that, because his son asks, why is grandpa, are you, it's in our blood. That's just how we are. That's what we do. Son listens to it, and he grows up, and it continues. And all of a sudden, there's like 6, 7, 8 people of obesity in the family.
Yeah.
But then there's that one child that is born, and God willing, it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Right.
And that one kid asks the same, why? Everyone in our family is obese. Why? And he asks dad. Dad's like, grandpa, great-grandpa, great-great-grandpa. Like, it's just what it is.
Right.
For some reason, this one kid says, no. I don't want that for myself.
Yeah.
And dad looks at him and not saying, oh, okay, I got you. I'll support you. Dad puts son down and says, sorry, son. It's been like this for years. It's been like this for before you even thought of. But then something in that kid's mind is like, nah, I'm going to prove everybody else that this can change.
Yes.
And the weight of so many generations of obesity is on this kid's mind. And he feels like he has to really make it happen. And when he does, his physique is phenomenal. He's in great health. Now, he becomes a dad. And now his son, his kids see dad in good shape. Naturally, now these kids want to go ahead and be in good shape.
Yeah.
Now the lineage has changed.
Yeah.
And then now when kids ask, Dad, you're in good shape, but how come Grandpa's not in good shape? Grandpa made different choices than I did. Clean cut, simple, nothing bad.
Right.
But then it also teaches and helps the younger ones to understand that, like, if I make this choice, I can end up like this. If
Yeah.
I make this choice, I can end up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it comes to a situation of where, like, I know in my life, like, there's a lot of things in my family, and my mom told me a lot growing up. My dad told me a lot growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the biggest one was that they always say, like, curse of the Douchers.
Yeah.
Of the men in the family, they just always leave their kids.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, my great-grandpa left my grandpa in Haiti
Mm-hmm.
growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but I just know it happened. I know my grandpa left my dad
Mm-hmm.
at the craziest time because my dad was a twin,
Mm-hmm.
and his twin passed when they were toddlers.
Oh wow.
And then my grandpa ended up leaving my grandma,
Mm-hmm.
and then my grandma had to deal with raising my uncle, my dad, and then also mourning
Mm-hmm.
her third son.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, I don't know why my grandpa left.
Right.
I never even met my grandpa.
Yeah.
I've heard of him. I've spoke to his kids. They were in Texas, but he passed away years ago. I never got to meet him.
Yeah.
My dad, I mean, with the experience, younger, I used to resent him so much because it was like, Dad, like, you left.
Right.
It's like, okay, but, you know, as I get older, you know, there's certain things where I was like, okay, well, you know, it does take two in every single relationship or whatever the case may be, is to where, like, they take their separate ways. But, you know, my dad has done a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's vivid, and I remember it, and he'll even talk to me about it sometimes. But,
And it's also, too, it's like, as we receive grace, now we're able to give grace.
correct.
It doesn't make it excusable? Absolutely not.
No,
you were
right.
dead wrong. But,
Yeah.
but now I'm like, okay, I understand because this happened to you.
Right,
Or
exactly.
this was a factor. Okay, I
So
get it now.
It's easy,
Yeah.
naturally, for the men in my family to just be like, poof.
Yeah.
Because it's just the easy way out. It's what, you know, naturally, I know when things was high for my dad and my mom, I know he was just like, without even thinking, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, my dad left.
Yeah.
I came out, I was all right. They'll be all right. But not realizing, like, how much, because I was very vocal.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to tell me, like, I was never like you when I was your age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he used to say things like that a lot.
Yeah.
That made me realize, like, no, I'm really different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very different.
Yeah.
So now that I'm older, it was like, you know, I want to be the best dad I can be. I want to
Right.
be the best husband I can be. I'm not leaving my kids no matter what the case may be is. So, in that example, it was like, you know, the lineage changes. Just in that. That's only one topic or one category.
Right.
But in multiple other places, it's like, I know I'm breaking generational curses in my family, and I'm happy. I'm happy God's using me because the things that I've been through in my family, I don't know if my brother would be strong to go through.
Right.
I don't know if my sister would be able to get through.
Right.
And as much as it pains me and the suffering and the things that I've been through, and it's like, you know, it's a constant hit or the tragedies, whatever the case may be, it's just like, I'm serving my purpose. And if my purpose was to take the bullet for the fam, so be it. It is what it is. Because they'll look at me and they'll know how to handle and move and take care of things. And just watching how my brother's very tactful and calculated with everything he does, I know he's been watching and looking at not only me, but looking at how his life was through his eyes with our mom and our dad. And then, like, having my little brother when I was 10 and he's 5 and we're in the streets together. Like, I'm like, yo, you're coming with me on the community bus to the rec center at middle school.
Yeah.
So we can hang out, because I'm not going to leave you at aftercare the entire time, or whatever the case may be. Is like, he was at my hip. So I know his life through his lens is a bit different, but it molded him to be very tactful and calculated. It's just that, you know, once my mom passed, it was like everything clicked.
It heightened, yes.
Yeah, it heightened immediately. Of where it was like, all right, like, this is real.
Yeah.
So I really got to really make sure things are in check at all times.
Yeah. There's a beauty in the chipping at the curses along the way.
Oh, 100%.
Like, even, like, okay, like, before your mom's passing, it's like, okay, but I want to go do this thing, but the Lord had his hand on you to be like, okay, no, you have to learn these lessons. Oh, no, you got to pull back. You do have to, so it's just beauty to see now, hindsight is always 2020.
Correct.
To look back and see, wow, like, we did chip away some of these things before now we have to actually, like, have an axe at it.
Correct. Yep.
This was not a part of the question, but I do want to ask this. Now that everything is unfolding in, like, when it comes to, like, celebrities and, like, what's going on, like, the Diddy trial, all this stuff, like, where is your headspace? Like, are you grateful that you didn't, like, just shoot up to stardom? The stallion of like, grinding, doing great, and then where calamity fell on her.
Correct.
And we see a 180 person.
Right.
Where is your headspace now? Because this was, like, for you, the same timing of, okay, I'm climbing up, these great things are happening, but also my household looks like calamity,
Right.
It's knocking. So, like, where's your headspace with that now?
I'm honestly very grateful.
Yeah.
Very, very, very grateful, because I know for a fact if I just really chose to really take that stardom, because I was like inches away from a lot of things, but with the discernment, it pulled me. And I know I would have lost my mind in the entertainment industry. I have friends that tell me that they're in the entertainment industry that are like B-list celebrities, and we talk, and they are losing their minds.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for, the money that they have and stuff, that they're able to, use the resources to go ahead and get help and figure things out. But it just makes me think of, like, my position in my family is very, very, very important. And, like, I know that moment where it was like that high of, like, oh my God, I'm at the BT Awards, like, wow, I'm with this celebrity. I seen my favorite rapper, Lil Wayne, get his I Am Hip Hop Award in front of me, like, oh my goodness. But then with Joseph, it's like once his siblings came to Egypt, and he was like, this is my family. They don't even recognize me. They don't even know who I am. And they sold me out, take me to prison. But then in the moment realizing that, like, oh my God, I gotta be different. With that alone, changed so much for his lineage.
Yeah.
Changed so much. So it's like, I am grateful, because I know if I did really, because again, just like I said before, it was like, if you really want change, like, it'll happen. Like, it really will happen. Nothing will stop you.
Right.
So it's like, I know if I really wanted to if I went 150% into the entertainment industry, I know for a fact, like, I could have went to Hollywood and did so much and took so many different risks, because I had people that could put me in different places and stuff, but I wouldn't be the person I am today. Yeah. And my position in my family, just my presence alone, is very, very important, because the type of person I am, the rock of who I am, I need to be okay. And the calamity that could have came with stardom and balancing, I can only imagine if I'm on set for something and, like, I got contracts and I'm signed to productions and stuff, and my little sister is in dire need, and I can't be there, kill me.
Yeah, you've grown up here, and it has all fallen apart here, and rebuilding, the start over, how do you do it? Like, just how did you stay in the same place and say, but no, I still have joy here, and I still have, there's still purpose here, there's still some, like, how did you not want to, like, or you may have, but like, I gotta get out of here, I need to move.
You're hitting right on the nail. Actually, story of Job.